After learning to fly model aircraft and successfully building several flight test plans, I saw a photograph of a Bristol Type 38 high-altitude monoplane. It was a British high-altitude research aircraft developed and produced during the 1930s. Only one was ever produced, but it holds the distinction of setting 9 separate altitude world records. The ultimate of these occurring on June 30th, 1937, when it attained a maximum altitude of 53,937 feet. I was so fascinated by the plane and its history that I decided to see if I could build a flying model of it. So using various techniques of my own and a tremendous amount of free advice from the Macomb RC Flyers members, I built what I thought the plane looked like as near as I could tell from the online photos. Having only a couple years experience flying, I was in way over my head, but I gave it my best shot. The first flight is always tense, but with an experimental plane, it is even worse. Mervyn helped calm my fears by assuring me that all the controls were moving in the right direction. The first time I moved the aileron to the right, the lift on the right wing had flexed it enough to make the aileron stick up. Unable to bring the plane back to level, it soon crashed. After correcting the problem and repairing some light damage, I was ready for a second try. This time, the controls all worked, but then I discovered that the plane was underpowered and tail-heavy. A tail-heavy plane tends to pitch up if you climb and nose down if you descend, so I constantly had to correct my elevator. It wasn't severely out of balance, but I did stall it on landing, due either to a balance problem or poor piloting. No damage resulted. A bigger motor and more nose weight, and I am in the air again. This time, it was a dream to fly. Plenty of speed and very graceful maneuvers made it a truly enjoyable experience. I stalled the plane on landing again, and that was pilot error, no fault of the plane. Like the real plane, I only made one, but it was well worth the effort.